speakers and guests, and people keep on talking about that it's always difficult or challenging task to be a first speaker after lunch session, but I also know that it's also even more challenging task to become a last speaker of any session before lunch, and also the session is already been extended. So I work with different cities, so I'm not a technician who implement projects like our two speakers already mentioned. I'm not a bureaucrat or not a mayor local representative, but we work with different cities to design before our financing. We see the design aspect and also how the government perform, how the reform perform, and how the monitoring, benchmarking are in place. So based on our experiences, I would like to highlight few points here. For any local government empowerment, that we always build on the three pillars mainly. One is the transparency, accountability, and efficiency. But I think all those pillars are very much interlinked. Before being accountable and efficient, one need to have a transparent, and for that transparency, one have to have very accurate information base to monitorable results or targets to make race to accountability and efficiency to achieve it. Here I think the technology comes into picture, and since I was told to talk about some opportunities and challenges in this sector, so I think technology comes here, and there are lots of opportunities in urban local bodies for technology, information technology, ICT based, which very deeply mentioned by our colleagues from HP and Cisco. So I don't want to get detail into that, but of course in information management flow, benchmarking, citizen charter, accounting, budgeting, and of course the tendering, there are scope for and opportunities for technology. But now coming back to the other part of it, is the technology a solution for good governance? In my opinion, no, but it's a yes, very integral tools for a good governance. But the main question I think one also have to address, how and for whom those use of technology have to use for having good governance, for how and whom. And here I think when you're talking about how the major challenges come, there are several good examples of having internationally good technologies cities are implementing, but in India we are working with different cities with different level of knowledge base, different level of understanding. So I think the challenges for the city governance officials, bureaucrats, and of course mayor, local representatives, that's a problem. So to overcome the challenges, the few issues I just very quickly wanted to highlight. One is that when you talk about technology, of course it comes to the question of leadership. When you are going to a different kind of a platform or new information technology, leadership and jump-ins, local jump-ins is very important, and also how to overcome resistance and incentivize the local team to go fight the new technology. And then very important thing, planning, because it's tools, reforms, strategy, vision, as well as what are the infrastructure it's required and how it suits the local platform, because once proven internationally, good technology may not necessarily suit in all cities, especially in India with a different level of understanding of the cities. And funding, that's not the major thing, but yes, of course, that's planning for funding is also necessary, management, system development, and more important thing, which I feel, and I think here distinguished guests and parents also agree, that sustainability of the initiative. I also have an experience starting with the cities and working within 4-5 years. Sustainability of any IK-enabled system, because once some technology provider comes, they are for a couple of years to do the hand-holding, but if it is not institutionalized, then after 5-6 years, it's again going back to the same thing. After investing in the modern technology, modern infrastructure, but it's ultimately not achieving the long-term target, which basically any government public authority is heading for. So training and capacity building, and also institutionalize the training. It's not that only professionals doing for 4-5 years, but institutionalization of that, which means we also have to look into not the internationally based advanced technology, but a technology which suits the local solution. So those are the broad challenges which we see when we interact with local bodies during our project preparation time. So those are the challenges I think and I think how the technology, these are the addressing how technology going to help to achieve the good governance. And then main question is, another question always it comes, for whom? Like we always talk about technology, we always talk about something, but ultimately objective to reach the citizens. Citizens needs, citizens, the basic services, delivering services one, and also telling citizens that technology, already the institution is enabled with the technology and how to use. So that interface is also very important. And because there are several places, lots of technology-enabled solutions, but citizens are not aware of all those. So that I think that interface one needs to create, and that's I think it's the elected representative have to take a key role for having the interface so that they can achieve the efficiency and service delivery. I would like to end here with saying that yes, technology is very important thing, but it's only a tool, it's not the panacea. And I think the processes to which that has to be corrected and then use the technology in the right manner, right